Hello, Vudani here, and I'm going to give you an overview of the Guild Wars 2 Elementalist class. The biggest difference you'll see in the Elementalist class is the use of a single weapon set at any given time. This should not worry you, however, because the Elementalist is equipped with 4 different elemental attunements with 5 skills each. They have the fire, water, air, and earth elements to work with, totaling 20 combat skills at any given time. The wide array of combat skills gives options for almost any situation, making the Elementalist a very flexible class to play. The most interesting aspect of the Elementalist is also its greatest strength. Each attunement available has many useful skills for different situations. Fire focuses on damage through many AoEs and single target attacks, many of which also apply the burning effect to cause even more damage over time. Water has many effects that will inflict the chilled condition, slowing your enemy's movement as well as skill recharge rate. On top of this, some water skills inflict vulnerability, making targets take more damage. Water is also the Elementalist's attunement with healing abilities to help you push through a long fight. The air attunement offers many high damaging attacks for single target. On top of that, you will have a couple ways to create distance between you and your opponents. Earth will give you many defensive options, cripples, and bleeds. This is your defensive attunement, useful for wearing people down and dampening incoming damage. The area of effect damage of an Elementalist is of the best in the game, with a large number of attacks inflicting damage either around you, your target, or an area. The Elementalist is an effective class for large battles. Inflicting multiple conditions, damage, and healing onto a large area makes the Elementalist not simply a damage dealer in these fights, but an invaluable support class. The Elementalist has no shortage of controlling abilities. Earth's immobilizes and cripples, air's quickness, stun, blinds, and knockbacks, and water's chills all add up to a lot of options for controlling enemies. By using your attunements properly, you're able to inflict controlling abilities one after another for every situation. The biggest selling point of this class for me was the playstyle. While other classes may rely on spamming a handful of abilities to inflict maximum damage, the Elementalist requires the use of everything at your disposal for maximum effectiveness. It is possible to stay in 1 or 2 attunements and be effective. However, the fun comes when you're cycling through many skills to maximize your control and damage. Unfortunately, what makes this class so enjoyable for me may make this class a bit more difficult than other classes to master. Having to switch between 4 attunements with 5 skills each can be a bit overwhelming at first. Managing many high cooldown skills and different attunements takes some time and practice. The class can be played in other ways, but you must know everything at your disposal to have mastered the Elementalist. Elementalists are very susceptible to burst damage without cooldowns, and a lot of people know this. Without the protection from earth skills or utility cooldowns, you can be a tasty looking target for most people. The best way to counter this is by positioning yourself well and anticipating the burst. By recognizing other players, class, weapons, and playstyles, you can use your distance creating abilities to make you be a very undesirable target. Lastly, an Elementalist build almost always has one preferred range. Other classes may have a strong melee and ranged option, such as a thief with daggers and pistols, but the Elementalist will generally either build a melee range, medium range, or long range spec. There are very few builds that allow for effective use of multiple ranges, limiting the Elementalist to one style for a particular weapon set. The best builds I have seen played with as an Elementalist simply focus on being a specific range from their targets. Overall, the Elementalist is a very fun and rewarding class to play. You will constantly see improvement playing this class and will be excited when you pull off a clever combo on opponents. The only reason I would tell you not to play this class is if you absolutely hate murdering people with flashy spells. The class as a whole may not have the burst or survivability as other classes, but the rounded options and playstyles keep the class very fresh. I hope this video has been helpful. I plan to continue making informative gaming content in the future and would appreciate your support. If you liked the video and are looking forward to more content in the future, feel free to subscribe. I'd also love some feedback on the video. Ratings and comments help me improve for the future and are much appreciated. If you're interested in how the Elementalist plays in structured PvP, check out the links in the annotations on screen. Thanks for watching.